grace us again with the presentation. And, we may do something a little different, but we probably have some things we want to share with you as well, moving closer and closer to the brand reveal of what we got going on here. It's really developing in a beautiful way. And Wednesday night is going to be huge. So we want to make sure let everybody know that. And I guess if we have a couple testimonials, just, maybe some new people with some stories. I'm pretty sure there's somebody out there with some positive and something exciting going on with this movement, with this platform, and we love to hear from you. So just let us know in the chat. And if you're brand new, raise your hand in the chat. Also, let us know where you're moving in from. We appreciate you. Mr. Crow, let's get into it, man. Thanks so much for everything you do. You're consistently doing it, constantly doing it, and you're doing it with care and precision, and you're helping people. And we're all doing it outside the chat, but I don't think anybody's doing it more than you. I have a feeling. So we appreciate you, man. Take it away.
Not a problem. Once again, thank you, Ken, for all that you do to help support this movement as well. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to welcome all of you to this evening's overview presentation. Those of you that are here for the very first time, a special welcome to you. I hope that something we conveyed this evening is pleasing and acceptable to the eardrums, and that you take a strong, hard look at whether or not this is something that may be right for you and your portfolio. Um, Man, this has been a tremendous ride over the last, it's actually started a couple weeks prior to the launch of the token on the public exchange. And to actually see, less than 100 people starting out, kind of come together and see something like this gel over that time period. I mean, it's been miraculous, not necessarily from the standpoint of the overall numbers, but the quality of the numbers. And everybody moving lockstep in one direction with something that is actually real. So those of you that are here for the very first time, that are hearing this for the very first time, again, we welcome you. I always tell those that are new, especially if you're new to crypto, I'm extremely jealous because, I mean, if I could have had an opportunity like this starting out, things would be much, much different. But at the same time, I've learned a lot and experienced a lot that helps me identify and really want to cling to this particular opportunity because it fills the voids that have been missing in many of the other things that I've had the pleasure and displeasure of, experiencing over the last 4 or 5 years. So once again, welcome this evening. And like many of you know, during the week, during the day, we have a 2 o'clock call, 2 p.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday, where we try to make sure that we're helping guide individuals through the process. We answer questions. We help solve problems and things like that with the onboarding, all of that. So I want to make sure everyone is aware that there is help here. For those that decide to go through the process and not just getting set up, but ongoing as well. But this particular platform is special in the way that I see it, because unlike many of the other things in the crypto space, as an investor going through and, reflecting on my past experiences, I started getting to a point to where I had to create that list. I had to put the boxes over there that needed to be checked before I actually engaged with a project, just because I've seen so much in this space. And when I started looking at the platform we're going to share with you this evening, it became very, very difficult to find a box that I couldn't put something positive in. And the more and more I looked at it, the better and better it started to, appear to me. So the name of this platform is called GETFIT Mining. The project in and of itself is going through a rebrand phase. And Ken, let me know if you are able to see my screen, and let me know if anything is blocked on your end.
Yeah, you're all clear.
All clear. Okay, perfect. I just want to make sure these boxes and pictures and everything were popping up. So I just want to make sure they were out of the way for everyone. But the name of the platform is called GetFit Mining. GetFit Mining is a move to earn platform. Many of you have heard of move to earn platforms. Those of you that are new, basically what that is a platform in the blockchain crypto space that allows us to use our physical activity to mine a token where we're able to receive a digital reward for our daily activity. And in this particular instance, it doesn't have to necessarily be anything overwhelming, and it's because a lot of times when people hear get fit, the first thing that comes into their mind is that, oh, I have to go to the gym, I have to sweat, I have to hurt, I have to go through that pain or what have you. Now, don't get me wrong. That is something that people can do, and many are, graciously and anxiously wanting to do that after you hear and see some of the things associated with this platform. But just keep in mind that individuals with this platform, regardless of your physical capabilities, are able to earn with the movements that we're already performing on a daily basis, getting out of the bed, walking to the car, going to work, going to the kitchen to get something to eat. Anything that we do is considered movement. And the way this platform has been set up, the more you move, the more you actually have the ability to earn. As I mentioned, currently, this particular project is named or branded Get Fit Mining. Over the course of the next month or so, between the end of September and the beginning part of October, it will be rebranding to MoveQuest. The reason for that change is because this particular project is not something that is new. GetFit Mining has evolved over the past 3 years into what we're looking at as a groundbreaking blockchain ecosystem that allows, like I mentioned, individuals to earn from their physical activity. And this has been inspired by the original Bitcoin white paper. And I always like to highlight that last piece, inspired by the original Bitcoin white paper, simply because the majority of the people that are under the sound of my voice right now know about cryptocurrency, know about blockchain technology, not because it's something new, but because the Bitcoin white paper brought it to the forefront of people's minds, because cryptography and blockchain technology have been around for many, many years. But the writings inside of the Bitcoin white paper set the stage for how economies could actually be built around digital assets. And it has been to date the most successful digital asset of all time. So as the developer was looking at actually creating this platform, the thought process was, why reinvent the wheel? Why not go with a model that actually works? So this ecosystem follows the principles that were laid out inside of the Bitcoin white paper. With that, this platform has been designed to be fully decentralized. It is and has a self-sustaining ecosystem that is driven by its peer-to-peer community. What does that mean? That means that you and me, those individuals that choose to participate in this platform, are the ones that actually own this platform. We determine the success and failure of the platform based on our overall engagement. So we have the power to determine the value of the asset within it based on how we act or react to, its use and care on a daily day basis. So when I looked at Get Fit Mining, I had to say to myself, this is truly crypto being done the right way, because it checks all the boxes that I'm typically looking for with an opportunity. But there's many, many opportunities out there that don't check all the boxes. And what we have all become accustomed to, for those that have been in the crypto space, typically is going to fall under one of the following four categories. And I'm pretty sure it's going to resonate with at least a handful of you as to what we typically see. Either it's a crypto project that, has pre-sale tokens to raise capital for an idea that, may or may not be able to work. What do I mean by that? a person comes up with an idea of a project that could be put on the blockchain, and they don't necessarily have the funds. And this is people with good intentions behind their idea and what they want to bring to the marketplace. The only problem is they need financial resources in order to bring that to fruition. However, most of the time, these individuals lack the actual expertise and rely on the technical um, acumen, if you will, of other individuals, developers that they have to go out and find to actually bring their thoughts and ideas to fruition. And most of the time, they don't. They aren't able to actually deliver a product or service to the marketplace if they're even able to finish the project that people actually want to engage with. Then you have trading platforms that promise unrealistic daily profits that they know from the onset, in the real trading world, there's no way to promise someone a specific or specified type of a return on a day-to-day basis. All of these platforms, at some point or another, that are doing that end up failing and leaving investors holding the bag with the short end of the straw. Then you have smart contract platforms that, realistically are leveraging the true power of blockchain technology. The only problem is they don't have a product or service that causes people to want to come back. You'll hear me say that over and over again. There's a common theme, there's a common reason why projects fail. If there's not some reason for a person to want to come and engage with your service or acquire your product, or if you're not providing some type of a solution, what would be the reason for them to continue to spend with you? And that is why you see the platforms that are out there, start out great because they have beautiful websites and nice presentations and things of that nature that bring people in, that draw them in, but there's nothing to keep them in. New money ultimately ends up paying old money, and when new money stops coming in, the projects fail. These are the things that we're used to. And last but not least, you have the projects that are just flat out set up by people that have negative or ill intent from the onset with the sole purpose of taking your money and moving on down the road, creating another beautiful website to entice you in to come give them some more money on the next platform. Rinse and repeat over and over again. These are the things that we're commonly or customly seeing in the crypto space. However, as I'm going through and checking my boxes and I look at GetFit Mining, soon to be MoveQuest, there were some things that truly, truly stood out to me that set it apart from what we typically see. Number one, there's a competent development team behind the project. The creator and the development team have been working on this project for over 3 years, tweaking and testing and redesigning and changing this and changing that to get it to where it is today, a finished product that's out of beta, ready for the marketplace. And this is what those of us that have chosen to engage are seeing in real time and experiencing right now in a very, very positive way. Then I looked at it and I said, wait a minute, this is a 100% debt-free project, and it was self-funded by the creator. The creator said, I'm going to put my money where my mouth is. I'm not going to ask people to come in and fund my idea. I'm going to put up my own money. I'm going to go out and find developers to do the work. I'm going to pay them to do it, and I'm going to finish this product first on my dime. So I'm not going to risk investor money on something that I hope I can deliver to the marketplace. Then, if you think about it, wait a minute, they're paying out of pocket, they're paying the developers. But most time with projects, they have to bring on investors or direct investors or individuals like us to buy pre-sale tokens so that they can afford to pay the developers. And part of the developer compensation is typically they get some form of allocation of tokens as part of their compensation for a successful project. Same thing with investors that typically come to the table that and put large sums of money into projects. They want to get those tokens before the project launches. But the problem with that is that once the project launches and you and I, we go and we put our money in, we are providing the liquidity for that project. And these individuals, developers, creators, and investors who are holding large sums of those tokens are able to then go to the marketplace and sell their tokens to recoup their investments and see their profits. We would do the same thing, but the design is flawed because you and I, or as investors, we end up being the ones that end up with the short end of the stick yet again in those type of scenarios. So in this particular project, there were no investors to give allocations of tokens to. The the development team was paid for their services, so they received no allocation of the tokens, and the creator herself received no allocations of tokens. Everyone in participating in this platform receives the tokens the exact same way. Either they go to the open market and purchase them, or they acquire a miner and they mine the token. More for you, for those of you that are new, we're going to touch more on that momentarily. And then all of this is totally decentralized, managed by smart contracts. What does that mean? That means that no one is able to actually be in a position to determine whether you or I can get paid. We don't have to request our pay. Everything is managed by smart contracts. They've already been programmed. If we perform the tasks on the platform, it automatically provides us the resources or the compensation or the digital reward for the work that we have performed. This ecosystem is then self-funding, meaning there is a product, service, or solution built into the ecosystem that continues to cause us to want to come back. In this particular platform, it's the fact that we're providing our proof of physical activity on a daily basis in order to get a reward on the other side. And for doing so, we have to submit our data, and there are gas fees and transaction fees. Just like people go to work, you have to put gas in your car to go to work. Your job doesn't pay for that. However, you cover it out of your paid check. No different here. We are putting gas, we're putting transaction fees into the ecosystem, and that is actually supporting the ecosystem and the liquidity behind the project. So all of this is community driven. You and I determine the success and failure of this project. And then there's a liquidity provision that actually, on a consistent basis, looks to take the liquidity that's coming into the platform and help stabilize the value of the assets on a consistent basis so that you and I can rest assured that our mining rewards are stable. So what makes this ecosystem work? What components are in place that allow for this to work? Like I said, we bring the proof of physical activity. We bring the human element to the platform, and the platform provides an application, the GETFIT mining app, which is available for download on Android and iOS devices, and it seamlessly syncs with Google Fit or Apple Health to track our activities, user activities, such as steps, distance, calories, workouts, and sleep. These are the 5 things that the system is looking for and monitoring that we do on a daily basis to earn the daily rewards. And the app in and of itself compiles all of this information and so that we can actually be compensated in digital reward. But in order to do that, each person that wishes to mine on this platform has to acquire a miner, at least one. And having that miner, our physical activity, along with the mining power that we possess, determines how much we're able to earn on a daily basis. Keep in mind, each person, each account within this ecosystem can have up to 7 miners working for them at any one point in time. There are 5 miners presently in the ecosystem, ranging from our lowest level miner, which is where everyone has to start, and a person can start with one or more of the Lenny miners and can have up to 7 actively working for them at any point in time. But you can acquire as many of them as you would like. If you want your miners to have more mining capacity and be stronger, think about it like an upgrade. If you want to upgrade, the ecosystem allows you to advance them up for higher mining capacity, ranging from 50% mining capacity all the way up to the current highest powered miner in the ecosystem being an Omega with 300% mining capacity. And you heard me mention that you can have at least 7 of these working for you at any point in time. Inside of the ecosystem, there are 7 what we call docking slots. Each one of these docking slots is there. And if you would like to have a miner work for you so that you can mine it, think about having a charger to your cell phone. You have the charger, but if you wanted to charge your phone, you have to actually plug it into the wall. So once you acquire your miner or miners, then we plug them in. Well, everyone on every account gets their first mining dock slot for free. Should you choose to dock additional miners, there is a docking fee associated with unlocking those docking slots. As you can see depicted on the screen, there's an escalating cost associated with the unlock, ranging from $10 all the way up to 60, which is a total of 180 USDT to have all 7 docking slots open for your miners to actually go to work in. Now, you heard me mention more power. Well, how do we get more power? Inside of this ecosystem, it's kind of a gamification aspect that's built in so that individuals can kind of, I always say people can compete or what have you, but competing can be against other individuals or just competing with yourself to do more on a day-to-day basis so that you can earn on a day-to-day basis. And in order to do that, individuals can evolve their miners up to achieve or acquire more power. Like I mentioned, everyone starts with a Lenny miner, and they can evolve that miner up to a primary and increase their mining capacity from 50% mining capacity to 100% mining capacity. As the growth of this ecosystem increases, the cost associated with this evolution process will also increase. And this slide has not been updated since the weekend. And now to evolve from a Lenny to a primary is now 50 USDT in order to get a primary. If you want to go from primary to an ultra, that would be 40 USDT. Going from primary to ultra will take you from 100% mining capacity to 125% mining capacity. If you want more power, you can evolve from an ultra up to an alpha for 60 USDT, which would boost your mining power to 175% mining capacity. Then that brings us to the Omega miner. The Omega is the highest powered miner inside of this ecosystem. In order to acquire an Omega, you can't buy an Omega. You have to start with a Lenny, evolve your way up to 2 alphas, and then merge those 2 alphas into an Omega. Now, in order to merge, there's a $100 fee to merge each alpha. Right now, during the rebranding phase. This has been discounted from the regular price of $120 USDT each in order to merge into an Omega. So as you can see, we have on the low end Lennies all the way up to alphas in the evolution process, and then the omegas on the very high end. An individual can mix and match and have any combination of any of these miners in any of those 7 docks as they wish, anywhere from 1 to 7, any combination. But the goal, however, is to have as much mining power working for you during while you're mining as possible, because combined with your physical activity, the more mining capacity that you actually have allows you the ability to receive more digital rewards or MQT tokens on a daily basis. That is the premise of when we say gamification. You want to get as many shares as you possibly can each and every day, because there's a finite amount of shares that are actually, I'm sorry, there's a finite amount of tokens that are actually distributed on a daily basis. And the more shares you have from your physical activity and mining power, the more of those tokens you position yourself to actually be able to receive on a day-to-day basis. Not to mention, as you go through the evolution process, that also provides additional liquidity to the platform that only helps strengthen and stabilize the overall value. So the larger the community, again, with a peer-to-peer community, the larger the community, the more stable the value of the asset within that community can be. So we bring the proof of physical activity. The platform provides the app. They provide the miners, the mining docks, and the ability to evolve those miners up for more power. Early on, you heard me mention the word monitoring your physical activity or tracking. Anytime we start hearing those words, especially in the technology age that we're in right now, the first thing that many people start thinking or their minds jump to is, okay, is my privacy protected? Does that actually matter? Well, MoveQuest prioritizes user privacy by ensuring that personal information is not shared with any third parties and is not stored on any servers. Quite frankly, this is a decentralized project and all transactions occur directly on the blockchain, meaning you never have to give them any of your personal information to begin with. And the physical activity that we're actually performing when we submit that, all they're receiving are the numbers. So if you had 20,000, if your goal was 20,000 steps and you did 19,987.25 steps, they're just getting the 19,000 some odd steps. If you walked 9.2 miles, they're just getting 9.2. These numbers create a sequence that they're able to translate into a hash that validates that you actually performed the physical activity and confirms your ability to earn a digital reward. So there is no personal information being provided, and there's no third-party data that would be of value to anyone outside of this ecosystem anyway. So all of this guarantees complete transparency and also provides privacy protection for everyone that's using the platform. Most of you are here because someone either told you that people were seeing positive results with, their digital asset growth, or you may have heard, oh, they making money, or, whatever the case may be. And most of the things that we've talked about to this point have all been about the financial gains or the ability for financial gain. But let's look beyond that momentarily. And I really want you to think about, if a person is being incentivized to move more, and they've realized that the more they move, the more they're able to earn on a daily basis. What ends up happening is day after day, people start moving just a little bit more. And then tomorrow they move a little bit more. They become a little bit more conditioned. And they're constantly being incentivized to continue that process over and over and over again. As a result, when we build this community, or as this community is being built, the members or the users within the platform are becoming more healthy. Their well-being is being enhanced. Their fitness levels are increasing. And when you start doing that, you have to take a step back and say, wait a minute, because everyone's being motivated or incentivized to move more, we all benefit, and that health is more important than the wealth. But with this platform, it's the perfect marriage of the two, the blending of health and wealth in one location with the perfect mix to level both out. It's a win-win across the board. So what does this picture look like for a person that wanted to get started? Number one, we mentioned that this is a decentralized platform. So the first thing that a person would need to do is determine what would they like to contribute towards this effort. A Lenny miner, as we mentioned, is 50 USDT worth of MQT. So you would have to have the equivalent of 50 US dollars worth of MQT to acquire one Lenny miner. That's all that's needed to start mining. But if you want more mining power, you would have to add up how many of those miners you wanted and how many of those docking slots that we spoke of that you would want to have unlocked to put those miners in. From there, you can determine how much crypto you're going to need. Once you've done that, then you need to make sure that you have a DApp wallet, a wallet that will allow you access to Web3, the decentralized internet. One that we like to recommend, even though it's not the only one that can be used, is MetaMask. MetaMask allows you full functionality on mobile devices as well as PC. And it also allows you to swap in and out of the tokens on the Avalanche chain, which is the blockchain that this project is actually operating on at this time. You can do everything directly inside the wallet in and of itself. However, for those of you that are Trust Wallet users or Token Pocket users, you can use those wallets with this as well. And the difference will be you will need to go directly to Uniswap, which is the decentralized exchange in which the MoveQuest or the MQT token is presently listed for sale. Once you've obtained or created your DApp wallet, then you will want to make sure you fund your wallet with AVAX. Because we're on the Avalanche chain, you will need to have AVAX as it is the native token to the Avalanche chain to cover all of your gas fees. And if you send everything in AVAX, then you can actually swap the amount of AVAX that you need into MQT to acquire your miners and unlock your docking slots. And should you choose to evolve your miners up to higher powered miners, then you can also swap directly into USDT, which is used to evolve those miners. Once you've positioned yourself with your wallet, with the assets that you need in it, then you want to make sure that you have received an activation code from the person that shared this with you so that you can then go ahead with the 6-step onboarding process and the website takes you straight through the process from 1 through 6, and then to be able to download the GetFit mining app to your phone and set up and make the connections with your Apple Health for iOS users or Google Fit for those of you that use Android. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been a brief overview of GetFit Mining, soon to be MoveQuest. we have experienced a phenomenal ride over the last 45 days or so. The community is growing rapidly. And based on what we're seeing, we truly believe that we will continue to see growth because of many of the things that we mentioned. It is something that has a low barrier of entry where just about anyone from around the world has the ability to be able to participate. The upside potential when associated with the growth of a community of individuals that are utilizing the ecosystem on a daily basis only helps enhance and ensure its stability long term. And I could go on and on with the positives that are here. Again, this is a breath of fresh air for me and many others in the crypto space, in that here is something that checks the boxes. There's real utility behind it. There's a real ecosystem that makes sense. And if anyone has seen the charts speak for themselves. This token launched July the 22nd, I believe, at $1, with only about 200 or so people in this community. Right now, the last number I heard was a little bit shy of 3,000 people in that 45-day period that are actually mining within the ecosystem, and the token value has increased from $1 to $100 in that time period. Right now, Ken, myself, many other individuals throughout this community are on a mission. We want to create at least a community of at least 10,000 people before the end of October. Sooner would be great. But we want to see at least 10,000 people in this community. And for those of you that are under the sound of my voice this evening, we would like for you to strongly take a look at the potential of you being part of that community as well. This is, just an individual that's no different than you. I'm no one special. I'm just a person that's looking for a better way, like most people. And this is a platform that I choose to share with other individuals that I believe may be of interest, that it may be of interest to as well. I am not a financial advisor. None of the things that I have mentioned this evening should be taken as financial advice. Always, 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 before parting with your hard-earned money, please seek the advice of a qualified financial planner or individual or someone that you trust before parting with that money or your hard-earned assets. The things that I have stated and I say that because sometimes the passion may actually come across as something other than what it is. I'm excited about this project, as are many others, but I'm serious about making sure that people engage in the crypto space safely and securely, and never overextend yourself in a manner in which you're risking the bill money, the light bill money, car notes, or jeopardize your family in any kind of way. That being said, Mr. Francis, I'm going to pass it back over to you. I'm not sure if we have any testimonies or anything like that this evening, but if not, we may take a question or two, but that's what I
Yeah,
got.
we're good. Yeah, man. Again, everybody, if you clearly understood what Mr. Herschel Crow was breaking down for the last, I don't know, what it's been, 40 or so minutes, put a one in the chat. If he was just precise, he was just very clear, he was just very on point with the delivery, put a one in the chat. If you enjoyed it, if you got what it is that you needed out of that presentation, let us know. Give him his flowers. He does a phenomenal job every time he does the presentation. I learn something new. I have a new insight. I have some more foresight. It's just a powerful way to hear the presentation given the way he does it. So we appreciate you, man. But yeah, I don't see any questions. I see Rosalind just raised her hand. So we'll take that one. And I don't see anyone that may want to. I think Mr. Beard might want to have a little quick update on what he's been doing for about a minute. So let's see if he's available. But let's get Rosalind here real quick. Rosalind, go ahead with your question.
Hi everyone. Hi Herschel. Thank you for that wonderful
Yes, ma'am.
presentation.
That's
This
cool.
is a testimony, actually.
Okay.
What I want to
Oh,
share
awesome.
is, what I want to share is, first of all, my name is Rosalind. I am originally from India, but settled in Australia for last 30 years. This app has done a lot for me in sense that in the last 3 weeks, I joined to make some extra money, but it's changed my life drastically in terms of health. I lost 4.5 kilos
Mm,
and I'm type 1 diabetic. I take 160 units of insulin a day, but right now I'm only taking 80 units per day after this exercises. Sorry, I'm a bit emotional.
no problem.
Wow.
Go
No,
ahead.
no, no,
Take your
no.
time.
It's
Take your
good.
time.
And I also want to say thank you to Mr. Sadiq for giving me this opportunity.
Mm.
And
Oh,
I do want to share this with a lot of people. Thank you. And I want to say thanks to everyone who's involved in this. And I wouldn't have done this without the support and the training of these wonderful people. Thank you. Thank you.
thank you. Thank you.
Mm. Mm. Yeah, it
That's
makes
what
it
this
all
is
worth it.
about. That's what
Exactly.
this is about.
Exactly. That's why we
Money's
do it.
good.
Yeah.
That's what this is about.
The impact, man. I talked about it a few I don't know. It's a blur now. Last week, the week before, whatever, but I was talking about reaching one person. You just never know the impact that has on that person. Listen to what she said. Now, we don't make health claims and all that stuff, but she's telling you her experience. She's telling you, I used to do this, now I'm doing this. I feel like this when I used to feel like that. It You can't make this stuff up. Then she's pouring out emotion. She could barely talk about it. We haven't even done anything yet. Now we've done a whole lot. Let's be honest. And you know what, Hershey? You said something. I'm not special. No, bro, you are special. You've done some amazing things. It takes a special person to get on here 24 hours a day and pour into people how to get this boat this boat going, these wheels turning, to get them engaged, to get them, to get them moving. And man, you are special, man. Absolutely. And this project is special. Each one, every one of you are participating. You're special, right? So I just want to put that out there. But yeah, you can't make this stuff up. That's the testimonials I love to hear. It has nothing to do with the financial side, which is very exciting. But when you can change someone's life physically, mentally, emotionally, that's man, that's huge. And again, we're just getting started. So incredible story there already developing. So we appreciate that. We really, really do. Rosalind and Mr. Sadiq, thank you for reaching one and helping someone and impacting somebody else, thinking outside of yourself. That's huge. All right, Radhika. I keep saying Radhika. Radhika. Why do I keep saying that? Go ahead, unmute. Let us know what you're feeling. If you got a testimony or a quick question. Miss Johnson, go ahead. I think you can unmute. Uh, Try now. There we go. There we go.
Hello, everybody. I'm Radhika
Hey.
Johnson, and I'm probably the more mature in the whole community here.
Okay.
But I want to let you know, as a testimonial, I lost 26 pounds.
Mm.
I started with
Wow.
$71. I bought only one Lenny. Last Friday, I went all the way to 7 alphas, and I didn't put any money from my pocket.
Mm.
I earn every single one.
Wow.
So I can say thank you, Herschel, for what you do. You have a patience of an angel.
Yes.
I don't know anything about crypto and wallet and whatever, but you got me so far. And I cannot thank you enough.
Beautiful. Yeah. There you go. Another one. These might be all testimonials that I did not expect. Remember, I said I don't know if anybody wants to say anything. Here we go. Let's get David. Go ahead, David. I think you can unmute. Uh, I'll try it again. Now, go ahead. There you go.
Hey, Herschel. Hey, Kenneth. Herschel, great presentation as always.
Thank you, sir.
You got to clean up on the ones and twos, like always. Great job.
Mhm.
Hey, this is Dave giving you guys a shout out. I want to speak to one thing. I've been in programs before, and it's always about the integrity of the creator. Now, Kenneth's the witness to this. When I spoke with her, and Kenneth, I don't know if you remember or not, me, you, and Brian spoke with her. She mentioned someone that I knew, and that was the deal closer. Because the person that she mentioned is someone I hold in high regards with integrity. And for me, it closed the deal. What I heard was great. It was awesome. But once she mentioned that person's name, I said, I'm going to run with this. So for those of you that are out there that are wondering about her integrity, if she's hanging out with those type of people, I'm sold.
There you go. Experience. Appreciate it, David. Testimony that came from another angle, but it's all good.
Absolutely.
You know, it's all about experiences and, you know, the things we've been through. And it's been quite a bit here in the last 40 or so days, but it's great to hear it. All right. I guess Mr. Rodney, I like that. Web3 Rodney. Go ahead, Mr. Rodney. I think you're unmuted. I think you are unmuted. I think. Let me try it again. You push the button now. There you
Okay,
go.
tip top of the evening, gentlemen. First and
How you doing?
foremost, man, I just want to thank you, my boy, my brother Ken. You are phenomenal, man. My brother Herschel,
Thank you.
man. I just want to thank both of you guys for doing what you guys do, man. The
Mhm.
community has no idea how you guys are angels for this community, brother. Mr. Herschel Crow, I just want to let you know, my brother, I'm gonna give you credit 3 times because when you say you can do it out of pocket or out of profit, I said, good googly woogly. That is powerful. You can do it out of pocket or out of profit. I said, I'm gonna give my brother credit 3 times, and then I'm still in that one, man, because this project is a godsend, you know, because there's a lot of stuff out there that has really hurt a lot of people in this crypto space. And your trainings and your presentations is just dynamic. And I highly suggest everyone make sure they get part of the Telegram and they go to the sub chat called recordings and study that. Because I went from kindergarten to a PhD in MoveQuest because of my brother Ken and my brother Herschel Crow and my brother Brandon. If I can do it, you can do it. So that's my testimony. I just thank you guys, man. I'm super excited about this, man. I'm out here getting my step on. You know, I'm stepping. You know, R. Kelly got a song called Stepping in the Name of Love. I'm stepping in the name of health and wealth. Stepping in the name of health and wealth. All right, I'm out.
Beautiful.
Appreciate y'all, man. Love y'all, brothers, man. Keep it up.
Thank you, Rodney. Thank you, man. That's good stuff. Wow. Okay. Mom's phone. I remember that back in the day. Mom's phone. You are up. What's on your mind? Give us a testimony or a quick question.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Go right ahead.
Oh, okay.
What's your name? What's your name?
Aloha, Jesse.
Jesse. Nice to meet
Yes.
you. All right.
Meet you all. I'm just being emotional here with all the testimonies that I've heard.
Yeah.
I'm just being grateful, and I want to thank you all, especially Brian Rhodes,
Champion.
for sharing this opportunity with me. You guys don't know how much this is helping me and my family. I'm here in Las Vegas. My husband moved to Utah for work. And we have 2 college students. Ever since I started this project, with this project, it helps a lot. With all the needs for my college children, I cash out and I help them. I just appreciate you guys, your times and effort to share this with us. And I learn each day when I hop on the Zooms. Thank you, Herschel. Thank you, Ken, for everything you guys have done for us. And I'm being grateful and appreciate you all. Thank you so much. That's all I want to share.
Beautiful, Jessica. Good stuff.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, we appreciate you being a part. You know, the stories, they don't happen if you don't execute and say, I want, you know, you got to have that that stick to itiveness, that fortitude to say, I'm doing it. No matter what's going on. You can tell a lot of people, they weren't in position to just go all the way to Omegas. They scraped up $70 to get a Lenny and just, I mean, you're hearing the stories. I don't want to reiterate, but I'm just saying it's like there's really no excuse why other than you just don't understand how this works for you to get started and get moving. And it's absolutely powerful how people's lives are changing. I'm really, really over the moon with these stories, man, and these testimonies. It's incredible. Mr. Beard, give us 2 minutes, brother. I know you're coming with it. Go ahead. You can take it away. You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. I'm trying to get my
Yeah.
camera on.
Oh,
Okay, never mind. Okay.
we can hear you.
Oh my goodness. Okay, as long as you can hear me. Okay, good.
I
Okay.
got you.
Oh my God, these testimony has been unbelievable tonight.
Yeah.
This is what I knew was gonna happen. People was gonna start getting healthy because of the money that they can make, and that's what's been going on. And so, share a little opportunity with everybody that I see now. With me, Sarah, and Boss Lady, we signing people up right and left, getting them involved. I was out to the mall today, doing my walk and getting my steps in. Met a young lady by the name of Deborah, and she was like, "Man, you be out here walking all the time." I said, "I'm getting paid to do it." And she's on the phone right now, and she's excited
Hey.
about the opportunity. But man, I'm down 24 pounds, guys.
Mm,
24 pounds in the last month. Ever since the token was launched, I have been changing my health, getting this walk on. And not everybody, I always tell people about my, how many pounds I done lost, whatever. Let's talk about the income. I'm averaging $3,000 a week right now, okay, to walk, to get fit. Okay, 3,000. Do you know what that has done for my family? You know, my niece, I turned her on to it about a week and a half ago. She done lost 10 pounds. 10
mm,
pounds. She called me today, like, "Oh, Ron, my life is changing. I've been trying to lose weight. I haven't been able to lose weight. I like this money. Now I'm walking, I'm getting my steps on. Last 3 days, she has maxed out, So it's just touching lives, man. We really got something here. And I want to thank you, Ken, Brandon Ivory, Herschel. Man, you guys is just rocking this thing, man. And you got good hearts, man, and people can feel that. And one last thing I'm gonna say, everything that I've done in this industry for the last 26 years, guys, 26 years, it was all on others' efforts. You got to build teams. You got to do this and do that. Everything fall down. Everybody get hurt. This right here, if you don't want to bring not one person on board, you're gonna make off of your efforts. Whatever you walk and you do a day, you're getting paid. I've never seen anything like it. Then we got a coin to shoot straight to the moon. That's all I want to say, man. I'm grateful to be here. I'm grateful to be in this space. Grateful to be working with you guys every day. Back to you, Ken.
love
Thank
it.
you guys
Love
for
it.
the opportunity.
Yeah. Again, thank you for being a part, Ron. Your story inspired a lot of people about 3 weeks ago. I remember you were saying you were down 6 pounds. I remember that. And look at him now. It's amazing. 18 pounds later or whatever. It's like, incredible. The income and the positive things that this has done for you, man. It's powerful. So we've got Doreen here. I'm guessing another testimony. I did not ask for these testimonies. They're just pouring out tonight and we're not stopping them. Go ahead, Doreen. Give us 2 minutes.
I'd probably just take one. So
Absolutely.
listen, so on Saturday, a very good friend of mine sent me this video, say just watch it. He didn't push, he didn't say, and of course, I'm
Mhm.
open to different opportunities, right? And I looked at it and I'm like, okay, I'm on. So this came in my life at a point where I'm not the healthiest of persons, and I made a decision, like literally a couple of weeks ago, that you know something, you need to start doing something. You need to start eating healthier. You need to start walking because I'm not working, so I have a whole ton of time, but the motivation wasn't there. But I'm telling you, when I saw this, I'm like, I'm on. So I signed up, I think I got on Saturday, but for some reason it wasn't sinking, so nothing was happening. I mean, I did some real workout on Saturday to get my steps in, and I'm looking and like nothing. Anyway, I got it all sorted out today. Dell, amazing, patient. Oh my God. That guy was like, I mean, I waited probably an hour and a half, but it's okay. I could understand why I had to wait because there were some people who needed a little more time than I did. And we just went through and it was like, dun, dun, dun. Some simple things that we took for granted, like, I didn't allow the app to be permissioned, whatever. But I'll be back, guys, and I can tell you, I have my scale right now, so I'm starting my journey today. And this is one of the best things I've ever seen. And what I like about it, because I'm in a lot of other stuff, as the gentleman before me said, you don't need to bring a whole ton of people in. Your own efforts will pay off. Yeah, I'm going to introduce you to a few. And if they're, I mean, I'm sure they'll be seeing me soon, right? And they'll come on board. But thank you so much, guys. That's all I have to say.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're
Yeah,
welcome.
totally optional on the sharing side, folks. It makes it very, very attractive because Lord knows we have to have recruited millions of people over the years collectively, and yeah, it's been quite a journey. But it feels good to just have something where you can really depend on your efforts and your exertion, and even gauge yourself and then challenge yourself. Right? It's really a cool thing we've never seen before, and yeah, we're just getting started. I mean, this thing is insane what it's doing already. And usually we kind of gauge ourselves, Herschel, about a 90-day window. We haven't even hit 60. And you listen to what's happening. Listen to what is happening. We haven't even hit 90 days, man. I'm just over here like, wait a minute. I mean, we say, what, be here a year from now? How about be here 3 months from now? Wow.
Be here in December.
Yeah. Wow. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So yeah, I'm good if you're good. These calls are taking on a life of their own. And
Absolutely.
if you were on tonight, you got some good stuff. You got an incredible presentation. You had a slew of testimonials from every age group, every demographic, just incredible things financially, physically, emotionally, spiritually. It's just what else can we show you here that's going to get you to, you know, hopefully empower you to move. So we look forward to hearing from you and get back with the person that shared this information with you. Let them know you want to get started. Let me put the Telegram in the chat real quick for those that heard that and did not get it. There is the Telegram group for those that are maybe in and didn't know. There it is. And we have all the rooms in there, topic rooms and whatnot to help everybody facilitate wherever they need to go, whatever they need to do, whatever they need to learn. It's an educational courses back there, like you said earlier. You can learn a lot in there, a lot of Q&A. There's support back there as well, a lot of community support, a lot of motivational stuff. It's just good. It's good to be in there and be a part, and we're excited about that. So let's
And
go.
remember, 2 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, we will be having our daily training and Q&A/slash troubleshoot call. If you have anything that you need help with or just want to absorb more of the information, a lot of times hearing it over and over again, because I know people want to be snappy, especially for those of you that are really getting excited about this, that are new. You want to know the ins and outs of it. You come to those calls, even if you don't talk on them or ask questions, just hearing it, you'll see something that's different than what, that'll add to your arsenal that will help you down the road. So,
Right.
ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for being here this evening. We definitely appreciate it. And we're going to keep the charge going forward. Right now, we're on the project 10,000. We want to see 10,000 people in this platform mining on a day-to-day basis and see how the lives have been affected at that point. Until next time, we'll be here again 2 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, 9 p.m. Eastern tomorrow night with another overview. Look forward to seeing you. Good night,
Let's
everybody.
move. Good night.